Welcome to DCTV. I'm Austin Ling, and this is the news you need to know on campus and beyond for Monday, April 7th. This Thursday saw Durham alumni return to the school to talk about life after Durham College. Taj E. Banks has the story.
Many students gathered in the pit today to hear Durham alumni speak out on behalf of their success after leaving Durham College.
Okay, so what's going on today at Durham College is an event called Alumni in the Pit. What we've done is we've brought back two successful Durham College graduates. Russ Montague, who is the president and founder of ShirtPunch.com, which is a 24-hour flash retail website where they sell popular culture-themed shirts. So he's got licensing with Star Wars and Star Trek and the TV show Hannibal and all that cool stuff. As well, he is the founder of NerdBlock.com, which is a subscription-based website where for $20, you get a package every month in the mail that's filled with like collectibles and toys and an exclusive shirt every month.
Students got the chance to interact with the alumni and ask questions. This was a big event for Durham College.
And as well, we brought back Ian Wall, who's president of McEwen Mining, and the cool thing about him is his ascent throughout that industry. He got up there so quickly. He's only 32 years old right now, and he was the youngest vice president of a mining company at 26. So we wanted to bring these guys back to kind of share some of the wisdom they had and kind of show the students here at Durham College how success does matter and how they can reach that.
This is Taj E. Banks signing out from the pit. DCTV, back to the newsroom.
Are you looking for a summer job? Then the Whitby Jobs Expo on April 10th could be for you. According to organizers, more than 500 students are expected to show up at the expo, which is being held for the second time by the John Howard Society. You can catch the expo between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. at the Ability Center located at 55 Gordon Street in Whitby. An Oshawa man racked up 3 charges Tuesday morning after allegedly pulling a knife on a motorist. Police say a man pulled a knife on a Curtis woman who struck him with the side mirror of her car. When she stopped to check on the man she hit, he allegedly pulled out a knife and started pushing and yelling at the woman until she jumped back in her car. The suspect fled the scene after a witness intervened. Police later apprehended a suspect. 21-year-old Kieran Lyther of Oshawa is charged with assault with a weapon, mischief, and weapons possession. A blind Oshawa man's livelihood has been shattered by thieves. Eric Lambier, a blind jazz musician, came home to find his house broken into. Thieves stole a microphone and MacBook computer with programs specifically designed for people with disabilities. The Durham Region Music Society is offering a $1,000 reward for the return of the equipment and will be hosting a fundraiser for Lambier in May. A 45-year-old woman has died, and her 13-year-old son is now recovering after a car crash that happened Friday night. An unnamed woman was pronounced dead on the scene. Her son was sent to Royal Victoria Regional Health Center for observation. The road remained closed while officers investigated the scene, and officers are still investigating the case. And that's your news for today. Up next, we've got all the latest sports highlights with Sarah Wells. Sarah?
The Leafs lose a little more grip on their season as they lose to the Jets in a 4-2 contest. Fans showed their displeasure and anger as they booed the Leafs off ice in Saturday night's game. The Leafs are 38 to 33 to 8 and have a 2.9% chance of making the playoffs this year. The Leafs will try to bounce back to the win column as they take on the Tampa Bay Lightning tomorrow night. The Toronto Raptors defeated the Milwaukee Bucks 102 to 98 in a tightly contested battle on Saturday night. Grivius Vasquez poured in a high 26 with DeMar DeRozan chipping in 23 of his own points to seal the deal. The Raptors are still without Kyle Lowry and Amar Johnson due to injury. The Raptors are currently in the 3rd spot in the East with the Bulls trailing close behind. The Raptors' next game is on Wednesday against the Philadelphia 76ers. The Blue Jays were at home for the 3rd Saturday night, looking to take the series against the New York Yankees. Unfortunately, the Jays would be stopped short of a goal and would take a 6-4 loss. Derek Jeter hit his 3,320th career hit to put him at 8th on all-time list. The Blue Jays will be back at it tomorrow night as they start a new series with the Astros. First pitch will be at 7:07. If you are looking to represent your country and be a part of the largest event to ever take place in our city, now you can. With the 2015 Parapama Games approaching fast, call for volunteers is now. 20,000 volunteers are needed to host the largest international multi-sport event ever held in Canada. To volunteer, visit www.toronto2015.org/volunteer. Your country needs you. And that's about wraps it up for sports, but don't go anywhere. Kyle McDonald joins us now with all the names and news from the world of entertainment. Kyle?
The 49th Annual Academy of Country Music Awards took over Las Vegas last night. Country crooners Blake Shelton and Luke Bryan hosted the star-studded event. George Strait took home the top prize for Entertainer of the Year, while Miranda Lambert and Jason Aldean took home the top female and male vocalist prizes. The concert-esque night had performances by Lady Antebellum, Keith Urban, Eric Church, and Blake Shelton, just to name a few. For a full list of winners and highlights, visit www.amcawards.com. Last night took over the WWE with New Orleans with their biggest show of the year, WrestleMania 30. The night hosted by Hulk Hogan saw the return of The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. Daniel Bryan was crowned the World Heavyweight Champion after fighting not one, but 2 matches at the event. The 75,000 in attendance went wild for Bryan, repeatedly chanting, "Yes, yes, yes," for the star. Then came the shocker of the night, as Lesnar put an end to The Undertaker's 21-0 undefeated WrestleMania streak. It took 3 F5s before Lesnar finally able to pin down the dead man, leaving fans stunned and the Superdome filled with boos. For full list of winners and losers, visit www.wwe.com. It's the end of an era. David Letterman, the longest-serving late-night host in TV history, announced he's retiring next year. The iconic CBS host revealed the news during the taping of his late show on Thursday. Letterman will step down when his contract expires in 2015. The 66-year-old host has been a late-night staple since he launched Late Night with David Letterman on NBC in 1982. CBS has yet to name a replacement host for the show. Hollywood legend and one of the biggest stars of the 1930s and 40s, Mickey Rooney, has died. Rooney passed away surrounded by his family in North Hollywood home Sunday, leaving behind an 80-year career span. He was best known for being the clever and cheeky Andy Hardy in the popular Andy Hardy movie series. Rooney was featured in over 200 films, won 2 Oscars, 2 Golden Globes, and an Emmy. The spirited actor is being remembered by celebrities and fans today as a true legend in the film and show business. Once again, Marvel is the king of the mountain as Captain America, the Winter Soldier, has a stellar opening weekend, earning $96.2 million. Captain America was one of the highly anticipated movies of 2014. According to its impressive 89% on Rotten Tomatoes and rave reviews, the explosive action thriller did not disappoint. The film was released much earlier overseas, has already made a worldwide total of $333.3 million. For a look at local musician making high-quality music with basic equipment, we go to Austin Ling with this report.
Modern technology has changed the way industries operate today. One group that has seen drastic change is the music industry. As recently as 10 years ago, bands were forced to go to a studio and pay large sums to have their music professionally recorded. More recently, big bands, like the Foo Fighters, have been using widely available tech to record their albums. I sat down with a local musician and producer, Ryan Thiessen, to look at his gear and talk about the professional sound quality he's able to achieve using just his laptop and instruments.
Well, I started playing guitar when I was about 13 years old. But in 2010, I started producing electronic music, so it's been about 4 years since then. Right now, I'm going to school for music business and recording engineering, so I've learned all the studio, how to run a SSL, studio etiquette, and all that stuff, learned mixing, and done a lot of stuff on my own, working with bands and other stuff.
Amateur musicians are able to record, produce, and master their songs far easier than the bands that came before them. The ease with which musicians can create their product has resulted in there being more bad music, but hiding amongst all the rough have been a few diamonds, which we may have never heard were it not for modern recording techniques. For more information on Vibes music, visit www.soundcloud.com/vibesofficial. For DCTV, I'm Austin Ling.
That's all we have for entertainment today. Here's Austin with the final word. Austin?
Thanks, Cal. That was your news on campus and beyond for Monday, April 7th. Be sure to follow us on Twitter at DC Broadcasting or check out our website at dcbroadcasting.ca. I'm Austin Ling, and remember, you make the news on campus. Have a great day.